Have you ever felt that certain people in your life seem to drain your energy, as if each encounter leaves your soul in pieces? What you might not know is that there is a cruel secret of narcissists, something so devastating that it can emotionally destroy even the strongest, especially those who carry the light of the chosen ones. But pay attention. If you do not understand what is behind this secret, you run the risk of falling into the same trap that destroys so many others. Today, I will reveal truths that will not only open your eyes, but also show you how to protect your soul right now. Stay with me, because missing this revelation could mean continuing to be vulnerable to something you didn't even know was happening. And believe me, what is about to be revealed can change everything. You may have wondered, why does it seem like I always attract people who drain me emotionally? Why, when I finally think I have found peace, does someone come along who turns my life upside down? If you feel that something is wrong but can't put your finger on it, know that you are not alone. Chosen ones like you have a special energy that is unique and rare, a glow that bothers and attracts those who live in darkness. These people are often narcissists, masters at manipulating, deceiving, and leaving a trail of pain. But here's the truth. There is a bigger reason for all of this, and by understanding what is behind this dynamic, you will not only reclaim your power, but will completely transform your life. Today, in this video, we will dive deep into the cruel secret of narcissists, a secret they will never admit, but that explains exactly why you are their target. I will show you how these people manipulate your emotions, how to recognize them before they cause more damage, and most importantly, how to protect yourself right now. But pay attention. The truth I will share is not something you easily find out there. And at the end of this video, I will reveal a lesson that can change everything you believe about yourself and about these people. So, don't go away, because what you are about to discover might be exactly what was missing to free yourself from this cycle and finally live the life you deserve. Narcissism is a personality trait characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, an excessive need for attention and admiration, a lack of empathy, and a constant desire to control or manipulate others for personal gain. While everyone has narcissistic traits to some degree, when these characteristics dominate a person's personality to the point of damaging relationships and causing suffering to others, we are dealing with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. This disorder is not just an expression of vanity or high self-esteem. It is a deeply rooted condition that manifests in destructive and often cruel attitudes. Narcissists often project a facade of charm and confidence that can be captivating at first glance. However, behind this mask is a person who deeply fears vulnerability and rejection. To protect this internal fragility, they resort to behaviors aimed at controlling or subjugating others, such as lying, manipulating, blaming, and criticizing. These characteristics not only help them maintain a sense of superiority, but also emotionally drain those around them, especially those who are naturally empathetic and compassionate. The chosen ones possess a unique energy, an inner light that sets them apart. This light is like a beacon for those who live in emotional and spiritual darkness. Narcissists, who often feel a deep void and a disconnection from their own essence, are irresistibly attracted to this light. However, this attraction is not positive. It is an attempt to steal the energy of the chosen ones as a way to fill their own emotional lack. For the chosen ones, this dynamic can be devastating, as they often feel responsible for helping and healing others, opening themselves to cycles of emotional abuse. Among the most common behaviors of narcissists are emotional manipulation, the constant need for attention and validation, the tendency to belittle others to feel superior, and the inability to take responsibility for their own mistakes. They have a remarkable ability to identify a person's weak points and exploit them to their advantage. Moreover, they are masters at creating a narrative that favors them, distorting the truth and portraying themselves as victims or heroes, depending on the situation. Imagine a friend or partner who constantly downplays your achievements while exaggerating their own. For example, you might share an important achievement at work, but the narcissist quickly shifts the focus to themselves, highlighting something they did, even if it is irrelevant. This is a way to maintain control and ensure that the attention is always on them, undermining your self-esteem in the process. At the beginning of a relationship, whether romantic or friendship, the narcissist usually puts the other person on a pedestal, flooding them with compliments and attention. This creates a false sense of deep connection. However, as time goes by, this phase of idealization is replaced by devaluation. Small criticisms, offensive jokes disguised as jokes, and constant comparisons become frequent, leaving the victim confused and emotionally worn out. For the chosen ones, dealing with narcissists can be particularly painful. Their empathetic nature makes them constantly try to understand and justify the narcissist's behavior, often blaming themselves for not being able to help or heal them. This dynamic not only wears down their self-esteem, but also their connection to their greater purpose, as their energy is drained by this toxic relationship. Control is the mechanism by which narcissists maintain their facade intact and avoid facing their own insecurities. They use control as a way to ensure that others behave according to their expectations, reinforcing their sense of superiority. This need for control manifests in behaviors such as excessive monitoring, restriction of emotional freedom, or even direct sabotage of their victims' plans and dreams. The chosen ones have a spiritual calling that invites them to overcome the challenges imposed by relationships with narcissists. Recognizing the destructive characteristics and behaviors of a narcissist is the first step to breaking this dynamic. Learning to set clear boundaries and protect your energy is essential to restoring your inner light and reconnecting with your divine purpose. To protect their soul from narcissists, the chosen ones need to develop discernment and emotional strength. This includes learning to say no, cutting ties with relationships that drain their energy, and above all, trusting their own intuition. The chosen ones were placed in this world with a special purpose, and part of that mission is to preserve their light and use it to illuminate the path for others. Never forget, your light is your strength, and protecting that light is an act of self-love and obedience to your divine purpose. Narcissism is a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, an insatiable need for attention and admiration, and a notable lack of empathy for others. Narcissistic people often build a facade of perfection and confidence, but inside, they often hide deep insecurities and an emotional void. They manipulate relationships to fulfill their needs, using tactics such as control, devaluation, and gaslighting. Narcissism can range from more subtle traits to a full-blown disorder, known as narcissistic personality disorder, which can have a devastating impact on its victims, especially on empathetic and vulnerable people like the chosen ones. Narcissists tend to exhibit specific behaviors that make them easily identifiable. They have a constant need for validation and resent not being the center of attention. Their tendency to manipulate others is visible in how they often use superficial compliments to attract people, only to devalue them when they no longer serve their purposes. They have a chronic difficulty accepting criticism and often react with anger, blame, or contempt. Another striking characteristic is the absence of empathy. Narcissists rarely put themselves in others' shoes, prioritizing their own needs above all. The light of the chosen ones is like a magnet for those who live in darkness. The empathy, kindness, and spiritual strength of the chosen ones make them easy targets for narcissists. The chosen ones often possess vibrant energy, a deep spiritual connection, and a healing ability, which are highly attractive qualities to those who feel empty inside. Narcissists seek this energy to feed themselves emotionally, like vampires draining the vitality of their victims. It is as if the inner light of the chosen ones exposes the darkness within the narcissists, awakening in them a mixture of fascination and envy. Narcissists usually start their relationships with a phase of idealization, where they exalt the victim and make them feel special. This is followed by a phase of devaluation, where they begin to criticize, blame, and belittle, leaving the victim confused and emotionally worn out. Finally comes the discard phase, where they simply abandon the victim or replace them with someone new. This cycle is especially cruel to the chosen ones, who often believe they can heal or help the narcissist, only to realize they were manipulated from the beginning. In everyday life, narcissists can show their manipulative side in various ways. Imagine someone who constantly interrupts others in conversations, redirecting attention to themselves. Or a person who refuses to accept responsibility for mistakes and instead blames others. In intimate relationships, they may use gaslighting, making the victim doubt their own perception of reality. For example, a narcissist might say, "You're exaggerating, that never happened," when confronted about something harmful they did. These behaviors create a toxic and draining environment. One of a narcissist's most powerful weapons is their charisma. They are masters at creating a charming facade, attracting people with seemingly genuine compliments and attention. For the chosen ones, who often long for deep connection and understanding, this can seem irresistible at first. However, behind this mask of kindness lies a calculated intention to manipulate and control. The narcissist's charisma is like a honey trap, designed to capture those who shine with their own light. The chosen ones are often vulnerable to narcissists because they tend to see the best in people. Their empathetic nature leads them to justify toxic behavior, believing they can help the narcissist change. However, this often puts them in a cycle of emotional abuse that drains their energy and dims their light. Protecting themselves from narcissists is not only an act of self-preservation, it is a crucial step to fulfill their spiritual mission without being suffocated by toxic relationships. Narcissists are attracted to the chosen ones because they represent the perfect contrast between light and darkness. The chosen ones, with their deep spiritual connection, represent what the narcissist unconsciously desires but cannot achieve. This creates a destructive dynamic where the narcissist tries to extinguish the light of the chosen one so that their own darkness is not exposed. It is a spiritual battle where the chosen one needs to recognize the importance of keeping their light protected against those who wish to drain it. In everyday life, narcissists sabotage the chosen ones in subtle but devastating ways. They may discourage their dreams, belittling their achievements or planting doubts about their abilities. For example, a narcissist might say, "Do you really think you can do that? It seems too much for you." These words may seem harmless, but are intended to undermine the chosen one's self-confidence. Additionally, they often create unnecessary conflicts to emotionally destabilize their victims, leaving them exhausted and unable to focus on their greater purposes. Recognizing the signs of narcissism is the first step to protecting yourself. The chosen ones need to learn to set firm boundaries and trust their intuition. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Breaking the cycle of abuse can be challenging, but it is possible with support and self-awareness. Remember, protecting your light is not a selfish act, but a spiritual responsibility. After all, your mission as a chosen one is to illuminate the world, and this can only be done when you are free from the shadows of toxic relationships. Within the spiritual and emotional context, the chosen ones are those souls that carry a special connection with something greater than themselves. These people often feel an inner calling, a divine purpose that guides them, even in the most difficult moments. They possess a keen sensitivity and a unique ability to perceive the world in a deeper and more meaningful way. Being more aware of their emotions and the energies around them, the chosen ones can capture what others cannot, such as spiritual signs and the true essence of people. This deep connection with the universe and their own soul is not a burden, but a gift, although it is often accompanied by intense challenges. The chosen ones possess extraordinary qualities that set them apart from the crowd. Empathy, kindness, and resilience are at the core of their characteristics. They have a heart that deeply feels the pains of others and a natural disposition to help, even when it requires personal sacrifices. Their kindness is not superficial, it is genuine and unwavering, even in the face of adversity. Additionally, the resilience of the chosen ones is remarkable. Despite the difficulties and injustices they face, they manage to rise again, learn from experiences, and continue walking with faith and determination. These qualities not only make them special, but also true beacons of light in a world often engulfed in darkness. The inner light of the chosen ones is irresistible to narcissists. Empathy and kindness, when misunderstood, can be seen as weaknesses by those with manipulative intentions. Narcissists are attracted to the chosen ones because they see in them an abundant source of emotional energy, unconditional love, and validation, things that narcissists themselves cannot generate. To them, the chosen ones are like a mirror that reflects everything they lack but wish to control and possess. The sensitivity of the chosen ones makes them vulnerable to emotional manipulations, especially because they tend to give second chances and believe they can heal the other with their kindness. Narcissists possess a calculated ability to identify and exploit the emotional vulnerabilities of their targets. They start the relationship with a phase of idealization, making the chosen ones feel special, valued, and loved. However, this phase quickly gives way to devaluation, where criticism, manipulations, and emotional games begin to wear down the chosen one's soul. They use the purest qualities of the chosen ones, like empathy and the desire to help, against themselves, creating a cycle of emotional dependence. The narcissist's goal is to drain the emotional energy of the chosen one, leaving them confused and devoid of their inner strength. As a chosen one, you carry something divine within you. You were made in the image of the Creator, with a unique and sacred mission that only you can fulfill. This spiritual connection is what makes you so resilient, even when everything seems lost. Your inner light is not only a reflection of the divine, but also a channel for love, compassion, and transformation. However, this bright light attracts both blessings and challenges. Narcissists are one of the challenges that appear to test the strength and clarity of your purpose. Remember, your connection with the Creator is your greatest protection and your greatest weapon. Being a chosen one is a journey filled with duality. Your light attracts people who feel inspired by you, but also those who wish to extinguish that glow. This is the essence of the greater purpose you carry, to be light amidst the darkness. Narcissists represent the forces that try to divert you from your path, question your faith, and steal your energy. They come to challenge your ability to discern who deserves to be by your side and to teach important lessons about self-care and self-love. Recognizing this duality and learning to protect yourself is essential so that you can continue shining without losing yourself. The relationship with a narcissist can devastate the soul of a chosen one. It is like an emotional storm that tests even the strongest foundations. However, this impact, although painful, can also be transformative. Chosen ones have the ability to transmute pain into growth, learning deep lessons about boundaries, self-worth, and spiritual discernment. Each challenge faced strengthens them, making them even more aware of their mission and inner strength. Pain is never the end of the story for a chosen one. It is merely a chapter that leads to redemption and spiritual expansion. Soul protection begins with awareness. As a chosen one, you need to recognize the signs of emotional manipulation and trust your intuition. Remember that your purpose is too valuable to be compromised. Set clear and unbreakable boundaries, even if it means distancing yourself from people who do not respect your light. Pray, meditate, and connect with your divine essence daily. These practices strengthen your spiritual energy, creating a barrier against any negativity that tries to reach you. Protect your soul as the treasure it is, because it is where your mission resides. One of the most important lessons for the chosen ones is to accept their light without guilt or shame. Often, the world, and especially narcissists, will try to convince you that your kindness is a burden or that your empathy is a weakness. But the truth is exactly the opposite. Your light is your greatest strength, and the more you embrace it, the more you repel those who try to extinguish it. By fully accepting who you are, you not only protect your soul, but also inspire others to do the same. Your authenticity is your spiritual armor. The path of the chosen ones is not just about surviving the challenges, but about transcending and leaving a legacy of light. Each lesson learned, each battle faced, and each moment of pain overcome contributes to your spiritual evolution. You are a living example of resilience, compassion, and divine strength. Your journey is not just yours. It is a beacon for others who also seek their truth. Narcissists not only envy your light, but also fear it. Your presence is a cruel mirror that reflects the inner void they carry, something they prefer to hide at all costs. This truth is powerful because it reveals that the control they try to exert over you is not strength, but a reaction to the fear of your spiritual greatness. When you understand this, you realize that the power is in your hands, not theirs. Your light is not only your protection, it is the greatest weapon against the shadows that try to extinguish it. Now that you know this, the choice is yours. Protect your soul and continue your journey as a chosen one, or allow others to steal your light. Before we reveal more about this transformative secret and how it can change your perception and empower you, let's take a crucial step: identifying the signs of narcissists. Let's explore a list of typical behaviors that help recognize these manipulators and examples of how these patterns manifest in daily life. Reflect. How many times have you ignored these signs and paid a high price for it? Narcissists often use emotional manipulation as a weapon. They may excessively praise you one moment and in the next, make comments that undermine your self-confidence. This tactic of emotional confusion helps them maintain control over you, making you question your own perception of reality. The narcissist presents themselves as someone trustworthy and charismatic, but their actions often reveal a hidden intention to dominate and manipulate. Pay attention to patterns such as unfulfilled promises or sudden mood swings, which are classic signs of narcissistic behavior. A distinctive trait of narcissists is their constant search for attention and validation. They always try to be the center of attention, whether in trivial conversations or important moments. If you are sharing an achievement or a significant experience, the narcissist will quickly shift the focus to themselves, devaluing your story. This behavior usually appears in everyday situations, such as family gatherings or meetings with friends, and may seem harmless at first, but over time, it is exhausting and dehumanizing for those around. Narcissists have extreme difficulty dealing with criticism, even the most constructive. When confronted, they may react with anger, sarcasm, or even try to shift the blame, making you feel guilty for pointing something out. For example, if you gently suggest a different way to do something, the narcissist may interpret it as a personal attack, reacting disproportionately. This intolerance to criticism manifests in trivial discussions, such as household chores, or in deeper issues, such as professional decisions. Narcissists have a sharp radar to detect the emotional vulnerabilities of the people around them. They initially create a facade of empathy to gain your trust, but use your weaknesses against you at strategic moments. For example, if you share your insecurities in a moment of vulnerability, they can use this information to manipulate or humiliate you later. These situations often happen in intimate relationships, but can also arise in the workplace or friendships. One of the most cruel tactics of narcissists is the silent treatment. When something doesn't go their way, they may simply ignore you, refuse to communicate, or act as if you don't exist. This behavior, seemingly childish, is extremely painful and serves as a form of emotional punishment. For example, you might ask something simple, like their opinion on a situation, and be met with absolute coldness, creating a toxic and uncomfortable environment. Narcissists often present themselves as extremely generous, but this generosity always comes with strings attached. They do favors or give gifts expecting something in return, whether loyalty, admiration, or submission. At work, for example, they may help you complete a difficult task only to use it as leverage to demand something greater later. This generosity is always a trap to keep people caught in their web of control. Imagine you are at a dinner with friends, and one of them constantly interrupts others to talk about themselves, completely ignoring what was said. Or, in a relationship, your partner makes you feel bad for wanting to spend time with friends or family, claiming you are neglecting them. These are simple but clear examples of how narcissistic behaviors appear in everyday situations. Being attentive to these signs is crucial to protecting your inner peace. Gaslighting is a subtle but devastating form of emotional manipulation that narcissists use to make you doubt your sanity. They distort reality, deny facts, or even make up stories to confuse you. For example, you might confront them about something they said or did, and they simply deny it, saying, "You're imagining things," or "I never said that." This behavior is extremely exhausting and can make you question your own perception. How many times have you felt something was wrong in a relationship, but ignored that gut feeling? Maybe you rationalized the narcissist's behaviors, telling yourself they were just going through a tough time. However, by ignoring these signs, you allowed toxicity to infiltrate your life. These moments of emotional neglect may have led to deep wear and tear, such as loss of self-esteem, anxiety, or even isolation. It's time to reflect and value your instincts more. Recognizing the signs of narcissistic behavior is just the first step. Protecting your soul and inner peace requires conscious actions, such as setting clear boundaries, practicing self-care, and often cutting off toxic relationships, even if it is difficult. Remember, your emotional and spiritual health is precious. Allowing a narcissist to remain in your life without restrictions is like giving up your freedom. Choose to protect yourself and live a life aligned with your essence and purpose. The chosen ones carry within them a unique, almost magnetic energy that attracts those around them. This inner light not only illuminates their path, but also for others who cross their journey. However, this same luminosity that inspires and guides is also the main target of narcissists. They see in the chosen ones an abundant source of energy, something they themselves cannot generate but desperately wish to possess. The attempt of narcissists to drain this light is not only an energetic attack, but also an attempt to prevent the chosen ones from fulfilling their divine purpose. Narcissists operate like emotional vampires, using manipulation, constant criticism, and toxic behaviors to exhaust the energy of those around them. For the chosen ones, this can be devastating, as spiritual energy is essential for their divine mission. With each confrontation, each doubt planted, and each guilt imposed, narcissists weaken the chosen one's connection to their inner light. It is as if they want to extinguish the divine flame the chosen ones carry, leaving them vulnerable and disconnected from their essence. By creating an environment of chaos and confusion, Narcissists disrupt the inner peace necessary for the chosen ones to connect with the divine. Meditations become difficult, prayers lose strength, and spiritual signs are overshadowed by the noise of doubts and manipulations. This disconnection is not only emotional, but also spiritual. It cuts the chosen ones off from their source of inspiration and strength, leaving them in a state of fragility that favors the control of narcissists. Narcissists have an almost supernatural ability to make the chosen ones doubt themselves. They plant seeds of insecurity and make the chosen ones believe that their light is not enough, that their purpose is not valid, or that their spiritual journey is a waste of time. This strategy is deliberate because a chosen one who doubts their light is easier to manipulate. Recognizing this tactic is the first step to breaking this cycle and protecting your energy. The relationship between chosen ones and narcissists is often a spiritual battle that takes place on the invisible plane. While the chosen ones work to spread light and love, narcissists operate on denser frequencies, seeking to create shadow and confusion. It is a constant energetic dance, where the chosen one needs to learn to protect their vibration and not allow negativity to take over their mind and heart. Although it may seem cruel, often narcissists appear in the lives of the chosen ones as spiritual tests. They challenge the chosen one's ability to keep their light shining even in the midst of darkness. Seeing this dynamic as an opportunity for spiritual growth can transform pain into strength and confusion into clarity. Each encounter with a narcissist can be a reminder that the chosen one is capable of overcoming the darkness and continuing to shine. To overcome the negative influences of narcissists, the chosen ones must learn to build a spiritual armor. This includes practices such as meditation, which reinforces the connection with the divine, prayer, which brings protection and strength, and self-care, which replenishes spiritual energy. Additionally, setting clear and unbreakable boundaries is essential to prevent narcissists from invading your energetic and emotional space. Spiritual traditions around the world teach that light always conquers darkness. This is a universal truth that the chosen ones need to remember in difficult times. No matter how intense the attempts of narcissists to obscure the light, the divine connection of the chosen ones is unbreakable. Cultivating faith and remembering that the mission is greater than the temporary challenges can bring strength and renewal. Even in the most challenging moments, the chosen ones are called to protect their inner light. It is not only their strength, but also a beacon for those seeking spiritual guidance. Narcissists may try to extinguish this light, but their mission is greater than any attempt at sabotage. Each day that a chosen one keeps their energy aligned is a victory, not only for them, but also for those they inspire. Divine teachings often remind us that resilience is one of the greatest gifts we can cultivate. In difficult times, when we face narcissistic people who seem to drain our energy, the ability to resist is what keeps us standing. This resilience is not just physical or emotional, but deeply spiritual. It is the connection with God that strengthens our soul and helps us realize that no adversity is greater than the strength He places within us. As it is written, "The Lord is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation." Exodus 15 verse 2. Although challenging, divine teachings ask us to forgive those who hurt us, including narcissists. Forgiveness is not an act of weakness, but of liberation. When we forgive, we are not accepting the wrong behavior, but we are breaking the spiritual bonds that tie us to the pain they caused. Jesus taught us to pray, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Luke 23 verse 34. This act protects us spiritually, allowing our soul to remain light and connected to the divine light. Spiritual protection is fundamental for those who face challenges with narcissists. The Bible speaks of the armor of God as our defense against the forces of evil. Ephesians 6 verse 11 exhorts us, "Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes." This includes faith, truth, righteousness, and prayer. Wearing this armor daily makes us unshakable in the face of any attack, allowing our inner light to remain intact. God has endowed us with spiritual intuition to guide us in times of doubt. This intuition is like a divine compass, pointing the right way when we are surrounded by deceptions and manipulations. Listening to this inner voice is essential, especially when dealing with narcissists who try to confuse our perception. As Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 teaches us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." It is important to remember that every challenge we face is part of a larger plan. God never abandons us, even when we are in the midst of a storm. He uses our difficulties to shape our strength and bring us closer to our purpose. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 comforts us. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. God sends signs to warn and protect us. Often, these signs come in the form of sensations, intuitions, or even circumstances that show us who the people around us truly are. Recognizing these signs is an act of wisdom and spiritual obedience. As Isaiah 30 verse 21 says, "Your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" Do not ignore these alerts, for they are God's way of protecting us from evil. Narcissists often appear in the lives of the chosen ones to test their character and faith. They challenge our patience, kindness, and even our faith in the divine plan. These tests are not punishments but opportunities for spiritual growth. As James 1 verses 2 to 3 teaches us, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." Maintaining inner peace is essential when dealing with narcissists. This peace does not come from the world, but from God. It allows us to remain firm and unshaken, even in the midst of chaos. Jesus promised us, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." John 14 verse 27. When we cultivate this peace, we become impervious to external manipulations. God has given us the responsibility to protect our soul, recognizing when we are being spiritually attacked. It is not selfish to distance yourself from toxic people or situations. It is an act of self-love and obedience to the divine plan. As Proverbs 4 verse 23 advises, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." God has given us the responsibility to protect our soul, recognizing when we are being spiritually attacked. It is not selfish to distance yourself from toxic people or situations. It is an act of self-love and obedience to the divine plan. As Proverbs 4 verse 23 advises, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." But there is something that few understand. Narcissists not only envy your light, but also fear it. Your existence is a constant reminder of the void they carry. This secret is transformative because when you understand this, you realize that the real battle is not against you but against the divine light you carry. This truth can change the way you see each interaction, returning to you the power you thought you had lost. Now that you know this, the choice is yours. Protect your soul and continue your journey as a chosen one, or allow others to steal your light. Before we reveal all the details of this secret, let's take a crucial step: understanding how to identify and avoid narcissists in your daily life. It is essential to establish firm boundaries and avoid direct confrontations whenever possible. Your emotional and spiritual health should be a priority, and there are practical strategies to restore your spiritual energy, such as prayer, meditation, and seeking a deeper divine connection. Surrounding yourself with people who elevate your vibration is equally fundamental. Additionally, I will share a practical guide to shield your soul against negative energies. But remember, each technique you learn now will be an important piece to face the truth that is to come. One of the first practical strategies for dealing with narcissists is to learn to establish clear and non-negotiable boundaries. Narcissists have a special ability to manipulate and invade the emotional and psychological spaces of their victims. As a chosen one, it is essential to understand that you are not responsible for meeting their constant demands. Establishing firm boundaries is like building a protective wall around your soul. This involves saying no when necessary and reinforcing these barriers with consistent actions. Remember, your energy is precious and should not be wasted on those who only want to drain it. Narcissists often use tactics such as gaslighting, guilt, and provocations to control their victims. When you notice these dynamics, the best thing to do is to avoid direct confrontations. Engaging in discussions with a narcissist often ends in frustration, as they rarely take responsibility. Instead, learn to emotionally distance yourself from these situations. This does not mean submission, but rather wisdom in preserving your inner peace. Engaging with a narcissist can cause deep wear and tear on your emotional and spiritual health. Therefore, it is vital to place your recovery and well-being at the center of your life. This may mean setting aside moments of the day to reflect, meditate, or just be in silence. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is a way to stay strong and resilient in the face of the emotional storms these people can provoke. When your energy is drained by toxic interactions, prayer and meditation can act as powerful sources of spiritual renewal. During these moments, visualize yourself being surrounded by a divine light that purifies your soul. This simple practice can help you reconnect with your deepest essence and regain lost balance. Prayer also strengthens your bond with the divine, bringing a sense of peace and protection that the outside world cannot offer. As you distance yourself from negative energies, seek refuge in the connection with the divine. This relationship is your spiritual foundation, protecting you from the onslaughts of those who seek to steal your light. Talk to God, the universe, or the spiritual source that resonates with you. Allow yourself to feel the divine presence guiding and strengthening your steps. It is in this sacred space that you find not only protection, but also clarity and direction. An effective way to protect yourself from narcissists is to surround yourself with people who truly support and value you. These individuals emanate positive energy, which is essential for balancing and healing the wounds left by toxic relationships. Remember, as a chosen one, you have a unique light, and it becomes stronger when shared with those who respect and appreciate it. Recognizing patterns of narcissistic behavior is a crucial skill. Pay attention to red flags, such as a constant need for validation or lack of empathy. Once identified, avoid falling into the trap of trying to change them or justify their behaviors. Accepting that you cannot fix these people is liberating and allows you to focus your energy on yourself. Set aside moments of your day for practices that revitalize your spiritual energy. This can include guided meditations, outdoor walks, or even listening to music that elevates your vibration. Small daily habits help shield your soul and keep you in harmony, even amid emotional challenges. To protect yourself from external influences, visualize an energetic shield around you. Imagine a bright light surrounding your body, repelling any negative energy that tries to approach. This visualization can be accompanied by affirmations such as, "I am protected, and my soul is at peace." This simple practice strengthens your spiritual energy and creates a barrier against toxic vibrations. As a chosen one, you possess a deep empathy that, if not managed properly, can leave you vulnerable to narcissists. Recognize this sensitivity as a gift, but learn to establish emotional boundaries to avoid absorbing the pain or negativity of others. This involves practicing healthy detachment and remembering that helping does not mean sacrificing yourself. Narcissists thrive on drama and attention. An effective strategy is to reduce the emotional access they have to you. This means not sharing intimate information, avoiding emotional reactions to their provocations, and limiting interactions to the essentials. Less access means less control they have over your energy. The practice of gratitude is a powerful tool to elevate your vibration and ward off negative influences. Start or end the day by listing things you are grateful for. This not only shifts your focus, but also strengthens your energetic field, making you less susceptible to the narcissist's attempts at manipulation. Incorporating daily rituals such as lighting candles, making affirmations, or simply reading something inspiring helps anchor your energy on a solid spiritual base. These simple practices, when repeated regularly, create a spiritual armor that is difficult to penetrate. Nature is a source of healing that restores your energy in a unique way. Spend time outdoors, feel the earth beneath your feet, and let the sound of birds or the wind in the trees calm your mind. This contact with the natural environment helps recharge your soul and eliminate any energetic residue left by negative interactions. Remember that everything you experienced with narcissists has a greater purpose. Use these experiences as fuel for your spiritual and emotional growth. Each challenge faced is a lesson that strengthens your mission as a chosen one. By transforming pain into purpose, you not only protect yourself but also inspire others to do the same. You, as a chosen one, possess a strength that goes beyond what the eyes can see. Even when narcissists try to extinguish your shine, your essence remains intact. Every obstacle faced and every hurtful word spoken by those who tried to bring you down are, in fact, proofs of your resilience. This strength that resides in you is not something that can be taught or taken. It is a divine gift, an inextinguishable flame. Remember, narcissists fear this light because it exposes their weaknesses. Narcissists are masters at creating an environment of chaos and doubt. They try to trap your mind in a maze of questions, making you feel that you are not enough. But here is the truth: you are not only enough, but also indispensable. You were made to overcome, to emerge stronger, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Do not let their mind games define who you are. Have you noticed how, Despite all attempts to bring you down, you always find a way to rise again. This is no coincidence. It is the manifestation of something much greater working in your favor. Your journey may be filled with challenges, but each time you overcome one, you prove that you are stronger than any shadow cast by those who try to dim your light. This resilience is proof that you were chosen for something grand. Being a chosen one means carrying a unique responsibility, but also immense power. Narcissists may try to drain your energy, but they can never steal your essence. When you recognize this, something magical happens. You begin to regain control. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the architect of your own destiny. They only have power over you if you allow it. Narcissists love to belittle others to feel superior. But remember, what they say about you reflects more about them than about you. Your value cannot be defined by the words of someone who does not understand your journey. You are strong because, even amid criticism and disdain, you choose to continue. This choice is what separates the chosen ones from everyone else. Pain, though difficult, is one of the most powerful tools for spiritual growth. Every tear you shed, every night you felt lost, contributed to shaping the person you are destined to be. Narcissists may try to turn your pain into a burden, but in reality, it is a bridge to your purpose. Every wound becomes a milestone in your journey. When you face narcissists and the impact they leave, it is as if you are being forged by fire. And just as gold needs to be refined to achieve its purity, you too are being molded. Pain is not the end, it is the process. And by embracing it, you begin to realize that it is leading you to something greater, something only the chosen ones can comprehend. The chosen ones do not suffer without reason. Each challenge, each confrontation with narcissists is a disguised lesson. You learn to recognize patterns, to listen to your intuition, and to trust the inner voice that has always been there, even in the darkest moments. This acquired wisdom is something that few possess, and it prepares you to fulfill your mission. Admitting that you feel pain is not a sign of weakness, but of courage. Narcissists see vulnerability as something they can exploit, but for the chosen ones, it is a tool for connection with the divine. When you accept your emotions and learn from them, you transcend the cycle of suffering imposed by those who try to hurt you. You transform your pain into power. Each experience of pain with narcissists is a reminder that you are on the right path. If you were not a threat, they would not try so hard to bring you down. Your ability to overcome and learn from each blow is what brings you closer to your greater purpose. It is not just about enduring, it is about growing, evolving, and eventually shining in a way that no one can extinguish. You were not just chosen, you were molded to be a light in the midst of darkness. Now we come to the crucial moment of this video. It is time to reveal the main secret that narcissists hide in the shadows. They not only envy your light, but deeply fear it. Your presence is a constant reminder of the void that consumes their souls, a living proof that something precious is missing from them. For them, your essence shines like a mirror that reflects everything they cannot be. This truth, though painful, has the power to transform the way you see these interactions. Recognizing this empowers you to take the reins of your own energy, to shield yourself emotionally, and to stop questioning your worth. Now that you know this, the choice is in your hands. Protect your soul, embrace your mission as a chosen one, and keep shining, or allow these light thieves to continue draining your shine. The decision is yours, and the universe is ready to support those who say yes to their true essence. Narcissists do not envy you just because they want what you have. The truth goes much further. They fear your light because it exposes the darkest parts within them, the absolute emptiness they carry. You, as a chosen one, carry a vibrant, unique, and unwavering energy that results from your connection to a greater purpose. This light is a reflection of your authenticity, something that narcissists can never possess or replicate. For them, your mere existence is like a mirror that reflects what they lack, and this realization devastates them. That is why they do not hesitate to extinguish your shine, whether with cruel words, manipulations, or creating doubts within you. But this truth is the key for you to break this cycle. Knowing that your light is so powerful that it generates fear in others changes everything. This understanding lifts the weight of guilt and doubt that narcissists often plant in your mind. They want you to believe that you are too much, that you need to restrain yourself, or that there is something wrong with you. In reality, the problem was never you, but their inability to handle your luminous presence. When you understand this, you start seeing these situations as they are, a desperate attempt to take from you what they can never attain. This awakening transforms the way you interact with them, giving you back the power to not be consumed. Understanding that narcissists' attacks are actually a reflection of their internal battles and not a measure of your worth is liberating. This allows you to set clear boundaries and protect your energy without feeling guilty. Remember, you are not here to dim your light so others feel comfortable, but to shine even brighter and fulfill your mission. Every attempt by a narcissist to belittle or destroy you is, in fact, an unconscious recognition of the power you possess. Use this as fuel to strengthen your journey and protect what is most precious in you, your divine essence. Now that you know this, the responsibility is in your hands. The chosen ones are like beacons in a world filled with darkness, and your light is needed to illuminate paths, including your own. But to do this, it is essential to protect yourself, both emotionally and spiritually. This means distancing yourself from toxic relationships, seeking self-knowledge, and connecting with practices that strengthen your soul. You cannot allow others to steal your energy because your light is irreplaceable. From now on, every step you take should be a commitment to protecting your shine and the unique mission you were destined to fulfill. We have reached the decisive moment. You are faced with a powerful choice. You can continue to allow others to drain your energy, accepting less than you deserve, or you can decide to protect your soul and embrace your journey as a chosen one. What will your choice be? Every choice you make builds the path you walk, and your light can only reach its full potential if you decide to take care of it. Narcissists may try, but they will never succeed in stealing something you have decided to guard with determination and awareness. So rise, chosen one, and take possession of your light. Your soul is a divine gift, and you are here to make a difference. Start now. Now that you know the cruel secret of narcissists and how they can devastate the soul of the chosen ones, we want to hear from you. Have you been through something similar? Share in the comments your experience or how you have protected your soul against these situations. Also, leave the phrase "my light is stronger than any darkness" as an act of faith and protection. Together, we create a chain of strength and support for all chosen ones on this journey. Thank you for following along until now. If this content resonated with your heart, follow the channel, like, and share this video with those who might also relate. Now that you have discovered how narcissists can devastate your soul, don't miss the chance to protect your life with a powerful revelation. Click on the next video appearing on the screen and discover the secret that no one wants you to know. Your greatest defense is a click away. Don't let this protection escape.